Hello everyone, and welcome to NFLHouse.com's player interview. My name is Eric Galco, owner and director of scouting for the site, and I'm joined today by Nathan Brown, top quarterback prospect from Central Arkansas. How are you today?
You're good.
You doing good? Good. Okay. Now, coming from an FCS school, the question of a level of competition will be your biggest concern. However, guys like Joe Flacco have emerged from these ranks. What do you say about the critics about those questions?
I just don't think you can look too much into it. I mean, there's great athletes no matter what level of football you're playing at the collegiate level. You know, and if you look up and down the NFL roster, so not only the position of quarterback, but every position in the NFL, you see small school guys all up and down the roster. So, whenever you're a guy like me, and you see a guy like Joe Flacco, a guy like Kurt Warner, Brett Favre, even Southern Miss. I mean, there's some small school guys that have went on and had very, very successful careers up to this point. So, anytime you can be a young guy from a school like I am, look up and down rosters and stuff like that.
Okay, now before we get into your entire season and career at Central Arkansas, I want to look at a game this past season. You had one of the best matchups of the quarterbacks in the FCS when you played Sam Houston State's fellow NFL draft prospect hopeful, Rhett Bomar. And you led your team to a win, with 269 yards and 3 touchdowns. One of the most watched small school games of the season. Talk about that game a little bit, and was there any extra fanfare in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you get a high-profile game like that, there definitely was a lot of hype around the game, a lot of anticipation. But it was also, an important game in our conference, the conference. So, my main focus through that game was to do whatever it took to win. Whether it meant throw for 3 touchdowns or hand the ball off. I would have done either one because I just want to win the game when it's all said and done. Throughout the game, Rhett put on a show. I mean, he definitely showed what kind of NFL prospect he is. Played a really good game that game. Fortunately enough, it was one of those high-scoring games, and we had the last stop. So, I mean, anytime you can be a part of an exciting game like that, a game with all that kind of hype, it's definitely a positive thing whenever you can come out with a win.
Okay, and just after the season, you started off your NFL draft scenario, and you attended the very prestigious Senior Bowl, in which you competed with the top seniors in the country. What was that experience like, and how do you feel you did?
First of all, I feel like I handled myself really well. I think coming out of the full week of, the practices and then leading up to the game, I proved to not only NFL scouts but NFL coaches and that I can play with anybody in the nation. It was something that, I was very proud of my performance and the way that I handled myself that week. I think I did nothing but help myself throughout the week. I mean, I proved I could make all the throws, proved that the game wasn't too much for me, and proved I could stand next to some of the best quarterbacks in the nation and go with them. So, I mean, it was definitely a great week, and I feel like I came out of it, as good or better than anybody that was down there playing my position. As far as the experience of the Senior Bowl, it was definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. Just all the media, all the fans, all the teams and personnel people that are there. It's something that you'll remember for the rest of your life, no matter where I go in this career. I just am indebted to Steve Hale and his staff for giving me the invitation, being a small school guy and having faith in me, and I tried to make the most of it.
Okay, and as we just wrapped up the NFL Combine, which you attended, let's talk a little about that. How do you feel you tested and worked out at the Combine?
I think first of all, I did great in all my interview process. That's something that I really enjoy is to sit down with quarterback coaches and offensive coordinators and talk football, because I think that that's something that I can bring to the table that a lot of guys may not can. I'm a guy that wants to be in football for the rest of my life, whether it's playing, whether it's coaching, whether it's scouting. I want to be a part of football, and that's what I know. So, I had a great interview process throughout the whole week. I thought I did above average on all my running tests. I'm not a feature, but I tested well. And then as far as throwing goes, again, I think I came out of it a lot like the Senior Bowl. I stood next to some of the best players that this nation has to offer, in this upcoming draft. And, I think I threw with any of them. Had a great individual throwing period, and then took it over to routes. And, I have nothing but positive feedback up to this point. Hopefully it'll help me in the end.
Okay, and as you talked about the interview process, I feel is the most important part of the NFL Combine, especially for the quarterback position. Now there's a ton of great aspects to your game, highlighted by your arm strength and your play outside the pocket. What do you feel is your best attribute as to be an NFL quarterback?
I think I bring all the intangibles that a quarterback needs to bring. I was a 4-year starter at Central Arkansas, therefore I gained a lot of knowledge and a lot of leadership skills that it takes to play the position. Anytime you could be a 4-year starter and have trial and error and be start at a young age and have a lot of expectations built your way, I think it benefits you in the end. Physically, I think that I can bring a quick release to a team. I get the ball out quick and I make smart decisions. I do have a lot to work on, but I think that the upside is far greater than the downside.
Yeah, and as your strengths definitely show up in this field, as you stated before, you do have some possible weaknesses coming into the draft as well. What do you feel your biggest weaknesses are, and how do you plan on improving them before the draft and the initial NFL season next season?
Well, the first thing you look at whenever you see me is I'm not the prototype quarterback. I mean, I only measure in right at 6'1", and NFL teams, a lot of them look for guys that are around 6'4", 6'5". So that's something that I'm going to have to fight an uphill battle with. It's never been an issue to this point. My whole career, even the Senior Bowl week, I've never really had a problem with batted balls or anything like that. So that's something I can't help myself with. It's something I can improve is my height. But as far as physically, I'm just constantly trying to work on my footwork. I mean, to be a quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have footwork. That's how you start every play. That's how you finish every play. And that's something that no matter how good you think you are with your feet, you can always improve. So something that I put a major emphasis on in my training, and something that I'm going to continue to train with. Also is my ball accuracy. I got to know when to put some air on it and when to let it go. So just little things here and there. Definitely always trying to improve, but for the main part is my footwork and my ball accuracy.
Okay, and finally, tying everything together, be a salesman for me and sell me me being a potential NFL suitor, that you should be my franchise quarterback.
I think, like I said, I think I bring all the intangibles the quarterback needs to have to the NFL. First and foremost, I respect the game and respect everybody that's been a part of this league. I mean, it's the best league in the world. It's something that I'm privileged to be a part of, and something that I deeply respect and have respected my whole life. I think I bring a quarterback that's going to lead by example and lead vocally or however it may be. I'm someone that is willing to learn, willing to sit and watch a great quarterback if that's where I end up, somewhere with an established quarterback, and learn from the best. And try to translate what he does, and when my turn comes, I'm going to try to do my best. I bring the intangibles, and then I think our decision making is a huge part of this position and being successful, and that's something that I've had great success with in my career, and something that I definitely take a burden on my shoulders to protect the football, put my team in situations to win. So you put all those together, and I feel like I'm going to make some team very happy come April when they take a chance on me.
Okay, great. And hey, Nathan, thank you very much for joining me today. Best of luck in the whole NFL draft process, and I hope to be talking about you on Sundays during the season next season.
Hey, sounds great to me.
Thanks again.
No problem.
Well, that was Nathan Brown, top small school sleeper quarterback prospect from Central Arkansas. Thank you very much for joining me today at NFLHealth.com's player interview. Feel free to contact me at Eric, ERIC, G, at NFLHealth.com. Thanks again.